Hey, people of the YouTube world, and thank you so much for tuning in. And especially thank you so much if you're watching this live. You are a true hero. I don't know if anyone's watching. Nah, zero people are watching. I'm talking to myself like always. But yeah, I'm doing this for everyone that wants to watch this afterwards also. So I have a bunch of shit to talk about regarding the shop today. So hopefully someone tunes in so I don't only talk to myself. There's one person. Please acknowledge your presence in the comments and let me know that you are watching and or hearing what I'm saying. Yeah, hi. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I usually do this at 10 because in the morning because I just want to like do that and then pack some records and concentrate on selling and stuff like that. But my mom had to go to the hospital today, and so I drove her this morning and had to reschedule till the afternoon. Sound and vision, perfect. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. So I just want to go through the stuff that I want to talk about today. I have a new shipping company that I am working with here in Sweden. It went live yesterday. I haven't sent anything yet. I have booked like a handful of packages, so it's going to be cool to see how that ends up. But more about that soon. Also, today is the 7th of March, so the first Friday of March, which means Marsfolket, the Swedish supergroup from the 60s and 70s, are out today. I'm going to talk a little bit about that also. I'm going to talk about dead stock, adding dead stock to my web shop. I'm going to talk art prints. I'm going to show you some new records, and I'm going to show you some used records. So a little bit of the sort of the usual stuff. So yeah, first off, I have a new carrier, like a new shipping agent. I don't know what it's called. I've used PostNord, which is the biggest and most like renowned. I think no one's renowned here in Sweden, but the most like they have. It's the biggest company, right, when it comes to shipping here in Sweden, and in other Scandinavian countries also, I think. Anyway, they are great. I've had no problems with them, and shipping is fair to expensive. But I mean, there's always going to be a shipping war. Okay, everyone's going to try to take as little in shipping as possible. I know myself as a customer, I don't want to pay a lot in shipping, but we deal with sending stuff, not selling stuff over counter. So I mean, shipping will always be a matter of sort of a topic. Anyway, so I started to talk with this company called Schenker, and Schenker has 1,600 sort of postal stops. I don't know what it's called, where you can get your package instead of 2,000 that PostNord has. So a little bit less, but still very sort of renowned company. And with their help, I could actually reduce my shipping with 10 crowns, so about a euro, and have a flat rate shipping, which I really like. I don't really like the sort of the weight-based shipping where you get different shipping rates depending on how many records you buy, because most of my customers, when I send a package, mostly buy 2 or 3 records. It's like 2 kilo shipment almost every single time. So I'm going down a little bit in price, so that's good. But the main thing here is my time, actually, that I'm going to. It's going to be so much easier to handle shipping with Schenker, because they actually come to my store and pick up every single package that I send. And it doesn't matter if I send from my web shop, from Discogs, from Tradera, which is a Swedish eBay. It doesn't matter if it's on Tradera's account or my own account, they pick up every single little package that I want to send. And if I book pick up before 12 or noon, they do it the same day. So it's like, it's insane. I shit you not, I spend hours going to the postal office with packages, like bags of packages every week. I spend so much time on that, just to secure that the packages doesn't have to be handled by too many people, and that they come to the customer, whole. So this will make it would change the game for me. I don't need to do anything. I need to pack it, put out a shipping slip, and then just book pickup, and then I'm off for my day. So it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that, and it's going to save me so much time, and it's cheaper. So all in all, I think that it's going to be good. If you have any questions, just shoot them. I'm here talking about my shop, the related topics, the shop related topics. So that's that. Let's go to Marsfolket, shall we? Today it's the 7th of March, which means it's the first Friday of March in 2025. So today is the day when Marsfolket is officially put out in Sweden, or in the world, I guess, because he sent them to different stores in the world too. Marsfolket, I've talked about this on my channel, but if you don't know, it's a supergroup from 1971 of the who's who of Swedish sort of the studio mafia back in the day. They only released one 7-inch, 2 songs back in 1971, and then disappeared. This is a session they did after a 2-month tour. So they went into a studio, recorded everything live. I think that it was like something for like a demo for maybe a future record, and the tapes got shelved. So Stefan at Mellotron Records, he dug them up, talked with Klabbe, which is the singer and guitarist, and also Janne Schaffer, which is a well-renowned guitarist here in Sweden, worked with ABBA, and he worked with everyone. And I did an interview with him also on my channel. And they did a beautiful booklet, great pressing, sounds awesome. And now we have 11 songs by Marsfolket, recorded in 1971. So this is awesome. This is released today on black wax and purple. I think he has a colored purple version also. Now, Stefan is the best guy in the world. So he let me sort of, I don't know what it's called in English, but I could go with his pressing to actually press my own. So this is a Sublime Media exclusive, limited to hand-numbered copies, limited to 50 copies, and it's sold out in 36 hours. So it's all gone. But actually, today I waited for this, but because 2 guys, or old timers, we are all old timers that listen to this music. 2 guys had booked 2 copies, but they only wanted 1. They did a mistake, and I had no idea. So they told me when I was sending them, and so I managed to, number 49 and number 50 is actually still here. I won't put this up on my shop, at least not yet. It's first come, first serve, but there's actually 2 versions or 2 copies left of my exclusive if anyone is interested. But you have to contact me, like PM me right in the chat here, or send me an email or something like that. But you have to be quick, because I sent this out on Instagram also, and it's, as I said, first come, first serve. So 2 copies left of that. Awesome. It's I mean, for me, this is the release of the year. I don't think that there is going to be anything that tops it. Not only because I did an exclusive. Obviously, I'm pretty biased when it comes to this. But the music is fantastic. The musicians are just the best of the best. The cream of the crap, in Sweden in 1971. And I mean, no one knew not even the musicians, I think, that this existed. So just to, dig up these tapes, putting down the work to actually put this out, it's just amazing. So thank you so much, Stefan at Millertråden, for doing that, and thank you so much for letting me do an exclusive. It's awesome. It's my third exclusive that I'm doing, and yeah, I love it. So that's it. Good morning from Ohio. Hi. Awesome that you could join all the way from Ohio. I usually do this at 10 in the morning, so I guess that a lot of you guys in the US are sleeping. But yeah, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. As I said in the beginning of this, I'm talking about topics related to my actual shop. So this is the place where I sell my music, or the music I have in my web shop. So these live streams that I do every Friday is dedicated to topics surrounding the shop, new stuff in and stuff like that. So we talked about my new shipping company that I'm working with. We talked about Mush Folket. Let's talk about Deadstock and Lance. So Lance from Permanent Records in Los Angeles, we have become good friends. I love what he and Daniel is doing. I have the deepest respect for those guys, the hardest working guys in the business. It's wrong of me to say that I'm supporting them by selling their records, because this is not. It's like I'm so blessed that they let me sell their music in my shop here in Sweden, and to people in Sweden and all over Europe, because they are over there in Los Angeles in the US. So it's not easy for us in Sweden and in Europe to get these titles. So I'm like, it's awesome that I can actually get them, price them pretty accordingly, and then send them out to people that want them. That's awesome. With that being said, I mean, Lance is the hardest digger out there. His nose is in a dusty crate every single second of his waking hour. So obviously he has found amazing, like, dead stock copies of private press nuggets from the 60s, 70s and onwards, Some of them have ended up on the amazing Brown Acid compilations, where he found like 45s and stuff like that. But on Permanent Records, you can actually go there now and see, because he has some dead stock copies. These are rare ass psych and prog and heavy rock records from the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s that, have been long gone since forever. Maybe he talked with an artist, maybe they had a crate, I don't know, and he got his hands on them. They are pricey. I mean, these are rare records. These are not new records. They are new because they are still in plastic, but they have been in plastic since 1970. So, and they are called dead stock. So we talked a little bit, and I said it would be kind of cool to add them to the shop and be able to let people in Sweden and all over Europe to get these pretty easily, more easy than actually buying them from the US, with all the taxes and toll and the shipping and everything like that, because I'm already buying stuff from his shop and from Daniel. They send all the time to me. So I have like a routine for that, and with being a company, it's easier for me to get my hands on titles from the US than from being a private customer. So if you go to Permanent Records, there are a bunch of dead stock. I'm starting with just a few titles. He's sending them to me next week. Will probably take a week or something like that, and I'll put them up in my shop. I'm starting with some titles because I want to try this out. I need to sell some. I need to know that it's worth it, because they are pricey for me to buy and pricey for you to buy. But really, really rare stuff. And dead stock it's a chapter of its own when it comes to collecting records, isn't it? I've dealt with some dead stock copies of different psych and prog records throughout the years when I bought from private collectors and stuff like that. So it's a cool thing to collect. But yeah, anyway, so a new chapter in the Sublime Media shop, I guess. Starting off a little bit with dead stocks of some picked titles. Okay, I think that's it. If you have any questions, just shoot. And because I see your comments, so just shoot them over. Alvin Carlson, when will you get the next shipment from the US? Good question. Daniel sent me the latest batch 3 days ago, I think. 4 days ago. So it's UPS sent a mail to me, and it's expected to be here on Monday. So the next after that, if you are thinking of ordering something that I don't have in stock, the next after that, I think will be in 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. Not more than a month. But I have 4 big crates of US import records coming in the mail. It's the biggest package that I've ever got from Riding Easy. It's a combination with Riding Easy Records, Permanent Records, and Dylan from Noble Records. So a big bag of just psych and prog goodies. It's gonna be awesome to get it. So Monday the US shipment will arrive, and the next one will be like 2, 3, 4 weeks after that. So thank you for asking. Just put the questions down below or in the chat, and I'll answer every single one of them. Before I show some new records that I got in stock, and also some used records, because everyone loves when I show records, or when we show records, I want to highlight another thing that is another sort of new chapter of the store. Maybe, potentially. Nothing's like done yet. I'm still talking with him about this, but I think that this has potential. It's going to be awesome to add it to the shop. And I'm talking about a guy called, it's a buddy of mine, collecting buddy of mine called Oscar Risch. He does these artworks, like art prints in A4 and A3 sizes. This is A4 that I put in a frame. So he do these sort of collages, sometimes music related, but not always. And the music related, I really feel is like it would be perfect to add in the shop. And the A4 sizes, these are so easy to send also in a LP mailer. So kind of a no-brainer. So we're going to talk more next week about putting up some of those art prints, and I guess that they will be limited. I don't think that he's doing like print on demand. I think that he will print, and then just like there will be a run of the prints. I have no idea. He gifted this to me like 6 months ago. I was on the record fair in Solna, and he said like, "Oh, I have a print for you if you're interested." And I was like, and when I saw it, it blew me away. So it took me a while to put in a print. But this is actually the sort of the Swedish. I don't know if it's the N. I can't remember, but it's Bill Wyman's illustration of a Swedish Stone single, something like that. I should have done my research. Stupid that way. So like art prints, music related art prints, kind of cool. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully that will end up being something that we can do together. Yeah. So on to the records. If you have any questions about what I've talked about, just shoot in the chat. But new stuff. Let's start with CDs. I don't think I've shown these. So this is Will Malone. Will Malone is one of my favorite artists of all time, and I have everything except Bobax Johnson Malone on original vinyl of his most known stuff, at least. So when I saw that they had made like a 3 CD comp of his material plus a book, I order it right away. These are not up in my shop. I will only have these CDs in my shop. So you have to go from the US to my shop to actually be able to buy it. No, just send me a PM if you need anything. But I haven't really put down the time of putting these up yet. Also, Fraction Moonblood is out on CD, so I got some from Daniel to sell if anyone is interested in CDs instead of the vinyl. And last but not least, Sea Light Court is putting out amazing CDs of stuff that they haven't put out on vinyl. So I got a bunch of their CDs. I love what Sea Light Court are doing and the music that they put out. So Windfall, really nice. Recorded 1972. So all of these are like shelved stuff and acetates and rare ass, records or recordings, I should say. This one, Aardvark, is probably the most known, and I think that this was something like pre-Aardvark. 1970. And last but not least, I had to get a copy of Dark Round the Edges on CD. It's so awesome. It's like really good. But get the LP. Get the bigger format then. Yeah. So I just want to show that. I think that CD is coming back, and I know that people think that people are just saying that. But they really are. I have, as you can see here in the background, I have 2 stacks of CDs here. And I have 3 stacks of CDs there. Everything is logged on Discogs. And so like hundreds of CDs that I have for sale on Discogs. And I sell CDs every week. I think that I ship more CDs than anything else on Discogs. And it's so easy because everything has a barcode, so you can log it pretty easily. I mean, it's not that time consuming, so easy to sell, easy to buy, doesn't cost much to ship. And if you have a decent or a really good CD player, I mean, everything is about the source. If you have a good CD player, or you have a good turntable, obviously it's going to sound good, So, and also streamer, but don't get me started on that. Continue on with new stuff. Okay, so this is, I don't know if this is the start of something, but it feels like the peak of vinyl sales has started to flat out, I think we have had enormous growth the last years of vinyl sales. And especially maybe during the pandemic and after, here in Europe and in Sweden. I mean, we didn't close here in Sweden. It's famous worldwide. We didn't close. We tried to, go about our days during the pandemic. Good or bad, I don't know. But it seems like some of these labels have pressed too many records. And now on my distributor pages, I have sort of like offers of really good deals, like campaigns of some of the labels. And the latest one that I found was some new Americana artists and labels that put these out for me to buy for, less than €10 and then there's tax and stuff like that. But so I can actually, I can actually like buy these and put out on Discogs or Tradera. I won't put this up in my shop because it's not the music that sort of the Sublime Media shop holds. But I can put them up on Discogs or Tradera or something like that for a price that is just like unheard of vinyl records nowadays. So I haven't done that yet, but it was kind of cool to see that we are starting to like have campaigns. I buy these cheaper than I buy CDs, and that's kind of cool. But it's a campaign, so Rootsy or Roots, I don't know. I think it's a Swedish brand. They do A lot of Americana, as I said, and sort of modern country. And if no one buys it, heck, I'll rip the plastic and listen to it myself. Some other new stuff. The Who live at Leeds. This is I'm gonna put this up in my shop. I only have one copy of this. This is the deluxe edition, 3 LP, complete 33-track set from Leeds University, 14th February 1970. The only thing I have against this, because damn, there's nothing wrong with the music, is it? No, it's not. Live at Leeds, fantastic record. But this Abbey Road Half-Speed Master, I still need to hear a really, really good sounding master coming from Abbey Road Studios, because everything I've heard is just so. You have so much, like or me at least, I have high expectations of something coming mastered at Abbey Road Studios, half-speed master, woo. But with sort of the latest things that I got was the Zombies. It's good. It sounds good, but it's not like great. And this music deserves to sound great. So it's the only downside of this, that it's actually mastered at Abbey Road Studios. But I haven't listened to it, so maybe it sounds fantastic. I don't know. Please comment if you have any sort of discussion or take on Abbey Road mastering. This is also one that I picked up at a fair that I went to. Oh, you can see my computer. Cool. And my backyard. This is Black Mass Lucifer. And it's a still sealed record. I think this was put out in 2020. Never had this in stock. Don't have a original press or anything like that. Really cool. So I bought this at a fair. It was still sealed, great price. So I thought of maybe I can sell it in my shop. Sometimes you find stuff out in fairs, not for your own, but to sell in shop. Maybe that guy that had those records have to discount them now because he hasn't really that audience, that audience or customer base that is interested in that music, and he took a chance on it. I don't know. And then I come and I buy them, and I can, sell them pretty easily. It's a little bit like that with jazz. I mean, when I started off my shop, I started off with having a lot of jazz in stock, and no one bought it. I still have a huge crate over there, and I've started to, remove all jazz from my shop, focusing only on psych and prog. Because not that I don't like jazz, I collect jazz, I love jazz, I have a huge collection in house. But no one buys it. So, I mean, it's better to put my time and effort focusing on the stuff that actually sells. In this case, psych and prog, and garage and heavy rock from 60s and 70s. This one is also pretty new, still sealed, going up in shop. It's not up yet, but it's Orange Bicycle. Again, this is Morgan Bluetown, so you have the Will Malone sort of connection to this. One of the best pop records ever. I love it. It's great. I have an original press of that I'm pretty proud of owning. This is one that I got. It's the probably one of the last limited editions of any Gershon record you will see in any shop in the world, because they are stopping the distribution of their collector's editions. So, 27 out of 110 copies. This is Children of the Mushroom. Great pop record. Haven't put that up yet. I think that after I sold out, I erased the colored versions, and then I got a hold of this. Okay, so this is kind of neat. I think that this was in a bag or something like that. The original press. This is brand spanking new. This is La Revolución de Emiliano Zapata on Monster Records. So let's see here. Remastered from the original tape, 180 gram vinyl and poster included. So that's original mastered from the original master tape. I thought was kind of cool, so that's why I took a chance on it. So this is going up in stock also. See if anyone needs a copy of that. Awesome record. Another find on my latest fair was this to Samuel's son, the gods. I got this from actually a collector's friend. He had this sealed on Sound Vision, came out 2013, so I think it's on 1,000 copies only. So I think that this is out of print since long. But he never opened it, and I had a 7-inch single that he was interested in, so I said, like, let's trade, and I can offer this up in my shop. So that's coming up also. Yeah, if you have any questions, just shoot them. Hi, Jonas. How's it going? I had a great time at the Stockholm Fair, but yeah, I told you that in the comments. You know that. So thank you for joining the live stream. Okay, so we talked about Schenker as my new freight company. We have talked about Marsfolket. We have talked about the new artworks or art prints that I'm going to sell. We talked about the dead stock from Lance that I'm going to offer up in my shop. And new records. So that leaves us with showing some new used records that I actually found on the fair and I bought on my trips, and also from big collections that I bought. This is just a few of them, but I thought like maybe I'll show them and talk a little bit about them. It's some of them are maybe not that interested, but I mean, let's show some records. This is the first one. You could find this in every single thrift store here in Sweden back in the day, and they gave you money to take it. It's like €1 max to get this. They were everywhere. And when I buy collections, and those collectors were focused on the sort of the 80s and popular music from that time, this is almost always in those collections. But what I didn't know was this is actually starting to fetch some money, and not money, like let's say €15, €25, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. So I scooped this up when I see it. I paid €10 for this, and I think I'm going to get my money back. I can put like 20 maybe on this or something like that. I don't know. I'll probably put it up on Swedish eBay, Tradera. But anyway, this is not my cup of tea. It sounds like a dream. Really, really good, like audio file quality recording. And for the first time in a long time, they are actually reissuing this. So if you're interested in like a new reissue of it, just hold your horses. It will come in a month's time or something like that. Maybe it's already out. So yeah, also every time I see a Sir Lord Baltimore for a good price, I buy it. This is, I mean, it feels like these are going down in price actually when it comes to used records. When like 10 years ago, I think this was maybe a 40-50 euro record. But nowadays, I think you get a 30 euro, like 25-30, something like that. So when I see it under that price and in good condition, I get it, because it's cool to be the one that actually distributes that to other collectors. This is the stuff that I want in stock, just to be able to, and if I make a $1 or $2, that's awesome. But that will sell right away. Everyone should have a copy of that. I found this. This is in great condition. I think that it's even in better condition than my own copy that I have in my house. This is Blues Connection with Lincoln, Louisiana Peps. Peps is very known in Sweden. He started off as a blues musician, and halfway through he just did a 180 and concentrated on reggae and ska and stuff like that. And very popular in Sweden. This is his debut record, the absolute first thing that he did in 1968. I think that this was released 67, 68, something like that. And it's actually pretty good. It's not like you don't have to stop everything you're doing and go stream this, But it's a good, solid piece of blues from Sweden. I mean, it's a cool one. And on Gazelle and Rare. This is, I've sold several copies of these, VG Plus and upwards, always getting like €90 plus for a copy like this. So I always scoop them up if I find them cheap. This was actually from a store that had 30% off. So I think that I ended up like paying €20 for it, 25, something like that. So that was kind of a cool deal. So I can make some money on that without, taking too much, putting too big of a coin on it. Also, Kebnekaiser's first. This is a classic Swedish prog record. Saw this, scooped it up right away. Knew that it's a great one to have in my sort of my selection of music to sell. Not the best one. Kebnekaise, second record, only called Kebnekaise, I think. Blue cover artwork, in my opinion, is the best one by Kebnekaise, and it's actually maybe top 5 Swedish prog records, in my opinion, ever put out in Sweden. And I would fucking urge that it's one of the best records, just one of the best records ever recorded in Sweden. Prog or no prog. This was also a sort of a chance. I think I'm going to sell this on Swedish eBay to get as much as I can out of it, because I don't think that anyone would go in here and find it and buy it, But this is my second copy, actually, of $1 Billion Babies with Alice Cooper. So I already have a press of this that I haven't sold already. A small part of me, because I'm a collector, First and foremost, I'm a record collector. Second, I sell records, So everything that's nice, I keep for myself. But so I haven't decided on this one. I don't like the music really, but as a collector, it's kind of like it's with the intact idle cards. I don't know if that is called like collector cards. These are always like taken away from. I don't know what it's called. And the $1 Billion bill also, in great condition on the record. So as I said, this is the second copy. I got this for crazy price. I think that it goes for kind of a pretty good coin, So on Swedish eBay. So I think I'm gonna just throw that out there, see where it goes, and keep my other copy here in my shop. So yeah, but with the sort of the bill and the cards intact, classic record, it's a no-brainer. Also, this one, Rolling Stones Through the Past, Darkly, Volume 2, with the die-cut cover in pretty good condition, stereo copy. That was a good find. Bought it in a big collection. This was also bought in a big collection. I actually, it was dusty as hell, so I cleaned it, played it, plays mint. Really, really nice. Fantastic. And one of the big soundtracks, soul and funk soundtracks, I guess. Replacements, also a cool one, going to try to sell. This one was such a bummer. Okay, so confession of an idiot collector. I've been looking for this for so long. Like, I don't know, but I've had it in my want list. I have a buddy of mine says that it's one of his absolute favorite records of all time. It's not expensive, not very expensive at least. So, and easy to find, So when I was in Solna at Record Fair, I saw this one. And I was like, oh shit, there it is. And it doesn't cost much. Let's just grab it while we're here. So I grabbed it. And then, like 2-3 sellers down, I find the same record. But the actual record, because this is Kevin Coyne's Marjorie Razorblade. I think Kevin Coyne's first debut record. Might be mistaken. Don't quote me on this. So I bought this. I was super happy. Didn't cost much. Go like 3 stalls down. And he has the first UK press, which is a 2 LP set. This is just a 1 LP set. So they took like what they thought were the best tracks, I guess, and just put out as a single disc. This is worthless to me. I want the actual record. So, and I was so bummed because I didn't want to spend like double the amount of it. And when I decided, like, okay, shit, I'll take that too, the guy said, only cash. I don't have cash, so couldn't buy it. So I'm still looking for that. If anyone has it, give me a PM or call me or whatever. Cheers, coffee. Oh fuck, that was cold. Oh shit. Yeah, Jonas says, did you know Donovan is singing on the $1 Million Babies? Yes, I know that because someone said it in like a video or a Facebook thread or something like that just the other week. Maybe it was you, Jonas. So I had no idea about that. That is super cool. Do you know which track it is? So I don't need to listen to the whole thing. This classic Paul Butterfield's band, great, like classic blues. Zappa apostrophe. I think this is first US press. Half Breed by Keith Hartley Band, and I think maybe I've shown these before, but both of them were in a big collection. Unfortunately, not in the best condition, so I won't put up in shop. I will probably sell it on Tradera and with the correct like grading on it. But if it's not like this is also a thing. Like I want to the things that I put up here in my shop. I want to really be top notch in quality too, in condition. Until it doesn't sell, and then I sell it on Swedish eBay. But when it comes to stuff like this that I buy in collections, and it's just like so. I don't want to throw it away. I don't want to have it here in my shop because I don't want anyone, buying it here. But with that being said, there's collectors for it. So I'll just put it up on Swedish eBay, write, thoroughly what kind of grade it is, and so forth. Jonas answered the title track. Okay, maybe I told you at the after party. Yeah, maybe, could be. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing here on the stream also. Okay, let's show this and then we'll talk about this. Actually, I bought this used. This is obviously a newish record. Bought it on Facebook Marketplace from a girl she had like a handful of records of Taylor Swift. A typical like person that has bought Crossley and some LPs because it looks cool, and now she's realizing that what I don't have, like I don't want to spend hundreds of Swedish crowns on records, and I have like 10 of them, and this is not going to be my thing. So she was selling her stuff, and I saw this, and the price on it was like very, very good. So I thought like I have to snag this up and see if anyone wants it here, or I'll sell it on Swedish eBay or something like that. Great movie. This is, yeah, love that movie. Not his best, but really good movie. Really good. So, last but not least, I'm going to show you this used record, and then I'm going to leave you alone. It's a beautiful day here in Sweden. I'm sitting here unpacking records, and I have some stuff to do, but then I'm going to head on out. I'm going to grab my pipe and my coat. I'm going to take a good, nice hour walk in the forest. I have the forest just right here, and enjoy the sun, I think. So, yeah, last but not least, this is a record that is just plummeting in price. I can't really wrap my head around why. Is it because just people are starting to sell them and there's like overflow of them online? I have no idea, but this is when I started looking for this and bought it. I think this was a €50 record, 50, 60, 70 maybe even, and today I bought this for in a store in Sweden when I visited Stockholm. I think I paid 15 or 20 euro, something like that, like 250 Swedish crowns, something like that. In great condition, one of the best cycle records ever put out in Sweden, in my opinion, at least. If you don't have this, Hansson and Karlsson Monument, it's one of the best. I shit you not. There's not a bad second on this one. And as I said, in great condition. And I talked with the guy. I said, how come this is just getting cheaper, And he didn't have an answer for it. So yeah, obviously I'm going to scoop this up. I can put a nice price on it. I can, let it go to another collector that really, everyone should have a copy of this. And everyone's happy, and that's awesome. But I have no idea. This should be a record that just keeps on climbing in price. When people, find out about it and how good it is and scoop it up and, buying it all over the world and so forth. Seems like Tage's Studio, another record, is the same thing with that. They go hand in hand. That was also a 50 euro record, 60, 70, maybe even upwards of 90 euro. And then it's just plummeted. And you can get it for great price. Less than what a reissue goes for. Kind of cool. Some of the best music ever. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really, I don't take this for granted. So thank you so much for tuning in and also watching this after the live stream. If you have any questions, even after the live stream, just put that down in the comments. And if you find anything in my shop that you like, but everything's there is in Swedish, so just PM me. I mean, I send to all the corners of the world every week through Discogs and also people PMing me and emailing me about titles that they want. So yeah, I have Much Folket now. I'm sending one to Madrid and another one to Paris after we have talked here on the stream. So yeah, awesome. I think that's it. Thank you so much. Have a great day and a great weekend, and I'll talk to you, if not before, next week. Bye.